Following morning tea, the soldiers will need to return to their accommodation to complete several tasks prior to meeting you in Wagga Wagga. Please allow them to form up on order from their staff. Buses will be provided to transport all visitors from the Edmondson BC Club to the car park where you left your cars. Once the soldiers have completed their allocated tasks, they will be transported to the Wagga Wagga Central train station where they will be released to spend time with you. Please be aware that there is limited parking in the vicinity of the train station. Throughout today's parade, please feel free to applaud whenever you feel it appropriate. Visitors are most welcome to take photographs and video footage of the parade, but are requested to consider the view of others whilst doing so. Please do not take photos or videos in any other location while on base. In the event of a medical emergency, please gain the attention of one of the uniformed marshals who will assist you to the first aid area situated in the car park to your right. Toilets are located in the building at the edge of the car park. It is requested that all mobile phones be turned off or switched to silent mode during the march out parade, and if you have any questions or are unsure of where to go, please ask a uniformed military person or security guard for assistance. Once again, welcome to Kapooka. Now please sit back, relax, and be proud of your sons, daughters, spouses, family and friends on parade here in front of you today. The company Sergeant Major, Sergeant Brendan Capelicio, will now order the troops on parade. On parade to your left is 35 Platoon, commanded by Sergeant Simon Butler. The platoon sergeant is Corporal Caleb Joppy. The section commanders are Corporal Sarah Kerr, Corporal Patrick Murtaugh, Corporal Mitchell Moffat, and Bombardier Sang Lian. On parade to your right is 36 Platoon, commanded by Lieutenant John T. Tipton Akers. The platoon sergeant is Sergeant Kane Webland. The section commanders are Corporal Carl Schwenke, Corporal April Germain, Corporal Adrian Bush, Corporal Connor Hall, and Corporal Curtis Willoughby. The company sergeant major will now hand over to the parade commander, Lieutenant Thomas Clark, who will then order the platoon commanders onto parade.
Right! I turn! Shut! Platoon commanders! Take! Post!
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please stand while the Governor-General's banner is marched onto parade. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats, and service personnel in uniform should only salute when the banner ensign gives the order to present arms and the band plays a musical salute. Point of order.
March on the banner! Right! General salute, present! Arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The banner ensign for today's parade is Lieutenant Caitlin Clarity. The banner escorts are Sergeant William Price and Sergeant Jack Packworth.
Right! 18! Cut!
The reviewing officer, Chief of Joint Capabilities, Lieutenant General Susan Coyle, AM, CSC, DSM, is now arriving on parade. The reviewing officer is hosted by Officer Commanding Delta Company, Captain Aaron Wilson.
Right! General salute, present! Arms! Right! I turn! Cut!
The parade commander will now invite the reviewing officer to inspect the parade and band. The custom of inspecting the troops dates back to the mid-1600s in the time of King Charles II. Its original purpose was to allow the inspecting officer to closely scrutinise each soldier's face and confirm their allegiance, but also to be ready for an attempt on his life. Today, the custom continues to confirm the readiness and state of discipline of a unit. reviewing officer will now inspect the band. At full capacity, the Australian Army Band Kapooka consists of 26 professional soldier musicians whose versatility allows them to perform in a number of different configurations, including full band, big band, rock band, jazz group, various acoustic and instrumental ensembles, and of course the marching band you see before you today.
Right, stand up, hey.
The band has had a continuous presence at Kapooka since 1951 and proudly supports the Riverina region, as well as having the honour to assist in welcoming each and every one of Army's newest soldiers as they march out of recruit training. Today, the band is led by Officer Commanding Music Director Major Nicholas Buff and Drum Major Sergeant Lisa Agnew. The parade will shortly march past in quick time. You are requested to stand when the Governor-General's banner passes to your immediate front. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats, and service personnel in uniform are to salute when the banner passes to your direct front. Please be seated once the banner has been marched past.
Right, I turn, cut. Right, place order. Right, we'll move to the right in column of threes. Right. Pride will march past in quick time. 35 platoon leading. Pride by the left and by the centre. Pride.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Right! Open order! Right! Inwards!
The parade will shortly advance in review order. The significance of this manoeuvre dates back to 18th century British regiments and was designed to combat the tactical moves of an enemy both in attack and defence. This sole battlefield manoeuvre was conducted with the colours to the front and centre, where the commander was also located. All dressing was taken from the colours, and the manoeuvre was always carried out with 2 or more ranks. In our modern ceremony, the parade will advance in review order by marching forward at the open order. To mark the end of the manoeuvre, a general salute will be conducted.
Right! Will advance in review order! Right! By the centre! Right! Right! General salute, present! Arms! Right! Maintain! Gun! Right! Stand at 8!
Trophies will now be awarded to the best at physical training, the most proficient with weapons, and the Baird VCMG Trophy for the most outstanding soldier in each platoon.
Trophy winners! Yeah! Hold! Out! Right! Stand easy!
The winner of the Physical Proficiency Trophy for the best at physical training in 35 platoon is Signal O'Reilly Farrell, Royal Australian Corps of Signals. The winner of the Skillet Arms Trophy for Weapons Proficiency in 35 Platoon is Private Zachary James, Royal Australian Infantry. The winner of the Physical Proficiency Trophy for the Best of Physical Training in 36 Platoon is Private Andreas Wigg, Royal Australian Infantry. The winner of the Skill at Arms Trophy for Weapons Proficiency in 36 Platoon is Private Carl Sloan, Royal Australian Infantry. The Most Outstanding Soldier Trophy is awarded to the recruit who has achieved above average results in all aspects of recruit training and has demonstrated beyond reproach the qualities of loyalty, teamwork, integrity, honour and dedication to duty. The award was named for Corporal Cameron Bird, BCMG, who marched out of Kapooka on the 18th February 2000 and was recognised as the most outstanding soldier of his platoon, having achieved all the recruit course competencies to an excellent standard. Today, the Baird VCMG Trophy will be presented by Mr. Ryan Tyndall on behalf of Commando Welfare Trust. The Baird VCMG Trophy for the Most Outstanding Soldier in 35 Platoon is awarded to Private Hayden Clark, Royal Australian Infantry. The Baird VCMG Trophy for the Most Outstanding Soldier in 36 Platoon is awarded to Private Jerome Bachaz, Royal Australian Infantry. In 2007, Corporal then Lance Corporal Bird was awarded the Medal for Gallantry whilst in action during close quarter combat in Afghanistan on Operation Slipper. In 2014, for his actions on the 22nd of June 2013 during Operation Slipper, he was posthumously awarded the Victoria Cross for Australia, the most conspicuous acts of valour, extreme devotion to duty and ultimate self-sacrifice. Throughout his career, Corporal Cameron Baird, BCMG, displayed qualities of the highest order and were in keeping with the finest traditions of the Australian Army and the Australian Defence Force. The Waggassy Legacy Shield is awarded to the section that achieves the highest score during the recruit's final field exercise. The champion section and winner of the Wagga Legacy Shield is 3 Section 36 Platoon. The section commander, Corporal Willoughby, will accept this award on behalf of 3 Section. Today, the Legacy Shield is being presented by Mr. John Ferguson. In 1923, Legacy made a promise to help veterans' families carry on with their lives after the loss or injury of their loved ones. Today, Legacy supports 40,000 partners and children of veterans who gave their lives or held serving our country. The reviewing officer will now address the parade.
Distinguished guests, families and friends of those on parade today, staff of the 1st Recruit Training Battalion, and most importantly, 35 and 36 Platoons Delta Company. It gives me great pleasure to be here today as the reviewing officer and to witness your graduation parade. You now have a title. You are now a soldier in the Australian Army, and yours is the profession of arms. And let me say that this is not an honour given lightly. You've now earned your place to be a part in our history. It is an important occasion for all concerned, and I extend a very warm welcome to your parents, relatives and friends, many of whom have travelled significant distances to be with us today. Even I am a family member today with my nephew graduating, and I will be sure to assure you that I've spent extra time inspecting his uniform. I'd like to begin this address by thanking your families and friends who have supported you on the path to become soldiers, and I take this moment to thank each and every one of you. The journey from civilian to soldier is one that takes considerable commitment, and it is made easier or arguably possible through the encouragement and understanding of family and friends. You played a key part in getting these fine soldiers to where they are now, and I thank you on behalf of the Army and the nation. We thank you for trusting us with your sons and daughters. Our commitment to you is that we will continue to provide them with the best in training and support that we can. And if we place them in harm's way on operations, we will stand by them and continue to support them when they come home. I hope that you are as proud as we are of what we have done with them. I'm a parent of 3 young adults in their 20s, so I have expertise in this area when I say that I am sure many of you are surprised now that your kids now get up before 11 a.m. They can use a wardrobe instead of a floor robe. They make their own bed and iron their own clothes, often without being asked, or at least after the first time. Importantly though, while their bond to you is everlasting, they now have a second family, in which they will never lack the support of mates and friends, the likes of which I would argue is difficult to match in any other occupation. And can I also say that their second family extends to the family and friends here today as well. We recruit a soldier, but we retain a family. I also want to publicly acknowledge the staff on parade and those who make up the considerable support organisation that allows the 1st Recruit Training Battalion to do the vital job it does in providing the Army with the high quality soldiers who pass through this outstanding establishment. The transformation that you see here today does not happen by accident. Kapooka's long record of achievements, measured by the quality of those who have marched out to become Australian soldiers, is world class. Its reputation rests firmly on the shoulders of those who fill these positions of instructors and support staff, and only our best are selected to be here. And while they don't expect any recognition, many will be recognised for their selfless efforts in their future military careers. There is an immense sense of reward and satisfaction at laying the foundation of our future soldiers and leaders. While you may not have liked your staff at times and you will push beyond your comfort zone, I hope you respect them and one day appreciate why they have pushed you. If you look across at the accoutrements on their uniforms, you can tell that many of them are veterans of our current conflicts, and they only know too well the challenges that lay ahead for you. The rigorous standards are maintained for good reason, as they know one day their own lives may be in the hands of those that they have trained. And I assure you, as I was also once a soldier, you will be grateful for this preparation. As soldiers, you have all worked hard. However, I am also acutely aware our instructional and support staff work even harder. To the staff, I also acknowledge that your commitment comes at a personal cost to you and to your families, and I thank them too for their enduring support to you. As Chief of Joint Capabilities, I am particularly grateful for your commitment and dedication, and am very proud of what you have achieved. I see your hard work in the high quality of soldiers that I am proud to command within my group. May I also please acknowledge the Australian Army Band Kapooka, led by Major Nicholas Buff. I am proudly a band tragic. Everyone loves a military band, and the Kapooka Band's performance not only today, but on all occasions, represents the fine traditions of our Army. Wherever they go, they are greatly admired and appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking both the staff and the band. So back to Army's newest soldiers, let me focus a little more on you. I would like to congratulate the prize winners on their outstanding achievements, but I would also like to acknowledge that today is not only about individuals, it's about the team, and in this regard, you are all winners. Cast your minds back to the afternoon that you arrived here with your now mates and consider how far that you have come in that time. Some of you may have had significant personal sacrifices to become a soldier, the challenge to navigate through recruiting, which we are working to make that quicker. Some of you may have needed to use the great support facilities that are here, and this is why they exist, to support you towards achieving your dream to be a soldier in our Army, to serve our nation. Truthfully though, it's too easy to walk away when you're injured or have difficulty in passing one aspect of your training. If you are like me, you may have at one point in time mentally convinced yourself that you were going to quit, but also like me, you didn't. And in time, you will be very glad, as being an Australian soldier is absolutely worth it. In January this year, I can proudly say that I've had the honour to be an Australian soldier for over 38 years, and I started my career as that very young private like you, and I still remember my own march out parade. My weather was a little better though. Today is a very special day. It celebrates continuity as well as change. It is a time to reflect on the achievements of those who have soldiered before us, resplendent with its rising sun badge in that uniform that we wear proudly today, and with our slouch hat. They're two of the most revered icons of the Australian nation, and how amazing do you look in your uniform? And from today, these are your responsibility. You represent our future. You have earned the right to wear these symbols of the Australian Army, and so now we expect you to serve the nation with pride and distinction every day. You have already been exposed to the core values of our Defence Force: service, courage, respect, integrity and excellence. You have mastered them and exemplified them, or you would not be on parade today. You must now live those values 24/7. Army is a career, it is not a 9-to-5 job. You are never off the clock. You are an Australian soldier. Remember your contract with our nation. You are an Australian soldier always. Be in no doubt that we all owe a debt to our past. Australia's trust in Army has been purchased through the sacrifice of more than 103,000 soldiers, sailors and aviators who left their families and homes never to return. They paid the ultimate sacrifice and carved out a reputation which you now inherit. Never let them down. Be proud of that obligation. It is an honour that you have earned through hard work to date and what lays ahead of you from tomorrow. There is a long and proud line of Australian soldiers connecting you to those who stormed the beach at Gallipoli and Anzac Cove, who fought in the jungles of New Guinea, who showed much courage in Korea and in Vietnam, who fought in the valleys in Uruzgan in Afghanistan or on the streets of Baghdad, or who proudly served as part of our peacekeeping forces in Africa, the Middle East or the South Pacific. I myself am proud to have been one of those. They have left you their legacy of taking the challenge head on, of having faith in yourself and trust in your mates to get the job done. steadfast in preparing for what the nation may ask of us next. And so my final thought is that you're now in a position to leave your own legacy. You are part of Australia's great national institution, its army. Be conscious that you are creating a legacy for those who will follow you in times of peace or in war. I have no doubt that you will do us proud. In conclusion, this is the first of many great milestones in your careers. You have well and truly deserved the celebrations of today. Well done on an excellent parade, a terrific display of dress and bearing and drill, except for you, Henry. Thank you again to all of the families for making the effort to join us here today. And finally, thank you for allowing me the privilege of being your reviewing officer and having the opportunity to speak with you. To our newest soldiers, all the very best for your future and good soldiering. Thank you.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats and service personnel in uniform are to salute.
Right, I turn! Turn! Right, present! On! Right, I turn! Turn!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The reviewing officer will now depart the parade.
Right! General salute! Present! On! Right! I turn! Turn!
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please stand and remain standing as the Governor-General's banner is marched off the parade. Gentlemen are requested to remove hats, and service personnel in uniform should only salute when the parade commander gives the order to present arms and the band plays a musical salute. Point of order.
Right! March off the banner! Right! General salute, present! Arms!
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. The parade commander will now call out the platoon commanders.
Platoon commanders! Out! Oh! Out!
The parade commander will now hand the parade over to the company sergeant major who will march the soldiers off parade.
Company sergeant major!
It is requested that you please remain within the seating enclosures until after the band has left the parade ground.
Platoon.